It's time for the rundown. Tune in as Amelia and Lori amuse you with their guilty pleasures, share the unsung promo hero of the week, and help decipher all those impossible text acronyms.
Hello and welcome to episode 73 of The Rundown. I'm your host, Amelia and Madl, and joining me as always, the lovely and talented Miss Lori Bolton of Totally Bamboo. How's it going, Lori?
Good, Amelia. It's so good to see you. It's so good.
You're nice and
changing. You what?
I said you're nice and tan because you've been in Hawaii forever. You're showing the guns. You got your tank top on.
I know. I was like 15 days. I was ready to come home, girl. I know people are like, you're crazy. I'm like ready to come home. Yeah.
That is a very long time. Wow. So any recap? Anything going on exciting? I mean, you've literally been gone. So exciting to you is like sleeping in your own bed.
Yes, but I do have some exciting things. Yes, I'm going to give an update on my Pilates, where I'm at with that whole thing, because it's 500 hours, which is a very long time. If you actually do the math on that, it's a very long time.
All right.
So I'll give you updates after we talk about our sponsor.
Yeah, so let's get going. Let's get into that sponsor, and then we'll hear all about your recent adventures. So our promo today. Our sponsor today is BEL Promo. They are home of 12-piece minimum on everything. They offer simplified pricing, one low setup, and never repeat setups, regardless of the numbers of color, locations, or decoration methods. BEL Promo has the largest inventory of product styles in top categories like drinkware, bags, writing instruments, and apparel. And we know they do because they make our rundown shirts and we love them. So be the reason somebody smiles today and go check out belpromo.com. Okay. So
love them.
Update on what's going on in the land of Lori?
Yes. So have you ever, I'm on a plane all the time, but have you ever been on a plane where it is the captain's last flight?
No, I don't believe that I have, or if I did, I didn't know it.
You would have known. Like, it's a big deal. So on my most recent flight, captain's last flight, he's got a ton of family on this flight. His home base is Phoenix, Scottsdale. Okay. So a ton of family on the plane cheering every time he came on to give updates on our flight. Then the first officer came on, and it was a female. And she said, I also want to acknowledge Captain Dave. He gave 30 years to our country in the military and 32 and a half years with American Airlines. And today will be his last flight. I mean, it gives me goosebumps to even tell this again. And the whole plane just broke out. We're at 36,000 feet, broke out in applause. Then when we landed, he had a ton of family and friends at the gate. So they must have arranged something with TSA to let them in. But they had banners, they had flowers. There was like just a ton of people. It was so cool, Amelia. Like, I can't imagine how he felt knowing that that was his last flight. And he was at the cabin at the entry when we were getting off, and everybody congratulated him. I just said, congratulations, sir, and thank you for your service. But what do you do? It's just a really cool thing. If you've never, I know, Captain Dave. So cool.
Congratulations. Well, that is cool. I don't think I've ever experienced that. And I'm sure I would see the people clapping and stuff, but normally I'm one of those unattentive flight guests that put my earbuds in. And when the stewardess is doing her thing, I try to make eye contact just so they think I'm looking, because I have had them like go by and be like, watch out, it's not your device before. I'm like, lady, I know how to like put my mask on and do my seatbelt, and we're flying over land, so the life vest is not going to help me below. So,
yeah. So that was, I had to share that. That's super cool. This is my second flight now that I've had where it's been a captain's last flight. The other one was Southwest, and they actually had fire trucks on each side of the airplane. So before we took off, they create this bridge of water that the plane goes through.
Okay.
They didn't do it on this one. Yeah. So I don't know if it's specific to airlines. I don't know what the protocol is, but honored to be part of that little celebration. So super cool.
That is very cool. Well, I have not done anything. Well, I shouldn't say that. I did do something exciting. So it's been a while back now, but I did attend LDW, which is the Leadership Development Workshop that PPA Guy puts on. So I was down in Dallas, Fort Worth for a few days and got to hang out with my regional, which you think I see often. We see each other on Zoom every month, but also all the other regionals. So it was a really good meeting this year. I'm here. It was better than it was last year. But yeah, I got some really good information. I will be my incoming vice president of PPA Midwest in 2024. So it was good information. So yeah, LDW. I don't know. Have you attended before?
I have like 3 or 4 times because I was president of SAC. I want to say it was 2016, Amelia. That's like such a long time ago. So leading up to that, and then vice president. I think I also went when I was president. And now we've got, even being on the Arizona board, I'll roll off this year at ASPA. But when they asked, it's like there's some younger people now on the board, and this is their first experience, like with the board work for associations. They needed to go, and you probably met them. Yeah, they were 2 fun. Michelle and I think Nancy both went, and I don't know who else went from our board. But anyhow, I love it. It's great, and it's great camaraderie for all the associations. I think it's amazing. So I'm glad to hear it was so good.
It's really good to kind of network with other associations and get a feel for like what are they doing, what's successful, what's not successful. Just trying to get new ideas to keep your membership engaged. So it's very, very interesting. Okay, yes, I highly recommend that if somebody has not attended and they have an opportunity, attend. It's a good time. And there is karaoke involved if you are brave enough. I saw the video. I was much better in my own head. I wished I would not have witnessed the video. And I apologize to anybody there that had to listen to me sing. So moving on.
I love it. The trick is, Amelia, to get other people up there with you so that everybody sounds like you can't tell who sounds bad. Everybody sounds bad. Or you get a good one.
We sang a Grease song, the one at the tail end of Grease. No, I can't even think of it. It was a duet.
The one that I love.
Yeah, the one that I love. Yeah. So I was singing that part by myself. And, I'm like screaming in the mic after maybe I had too much liquid courage. So let's talk about health and not embarrassing myself. And, what's our Living with Lori tip?
So Living with Lori this week is how to support your happiness chemicals. You've got 4. You've got your endorphins, your dopamine, your oxytocin, and your serotonin. So endorphins, dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin. So for endorphins, stress plus pain, exercise regularly, which we talk about, laugh out loud. I am trying to do better at that. Yes,
I thought you were going to say you were trying to do better at the next one.
Yes, have good sex. That is true. And there you see your dark chocolate. Those two go hand in hand with some bubbles. Get a massage, dance it out. Then dopamine, the reward, finish a task, learn something new, cook a fresh meal, bullet journal, which that one's a tough one for me in all honesty. Schedule self-care. I feel I'm really good at that. Complete a puzzle. That's hard to do. And then for love, give a compliment, listen to music. I am constantly making playlists. I listen to music all day long. That is super important for my environment. Acts of kindness, phone a friend, take a yoga class or a Pilates class. 4-7-8 breathing. So that's breaths in, breaths out. And then for good mood, spend time in nature, which again, I love. Just being out around the lake. Eat clean protein. We talked about that a couple episodes ago. Gratitude list, probiotics. We talk about that too. Having probiotics throughout the day. You can take them in the morning and night. I take mine at night. Daily meditation. I have a very difficult time doing that. And sun exposure, which, as you know, Amelia, I just got some really good vitamin D. So that's it with Living with Lori. Happiness chemicals.
I love that. And I implement a little bit of those. Obviously,
Yeah.
my dancing gets way more creative the more cocktails I've had, which is probably messing with the natural serotonin. I probably don't need the alcohol. I could just dance, but I just love it because I wouldn't be as brave to do it in public. But those are all really good things you can incorporate. And I'm guessing you don't have to do everything on the list, right? If you just do one or two.
No, you don't have to do everything on the list. And like I was honest, like there's certain things that I'm just not good at. And instead of spreading yourself so thin and trying to do, even if you pick out one or two from each list, that's success. That's amazing. So
I must have been feeling my Lori vibes because Saturday it rained. I was a lazy lizard. It was just like gross, dreary, pouring rain, freezing cold. I was like, I'm just laying on the ground. But Sunday I got up and I was like, started cleaning up the house, straightening up messes that I've been procrastinating on, getting all the laundry done. I went and did a long Pilates workout. And then I started painting my bathroom trim. I painted it all black because I have this really funky wallpaper and I just wanted some different vibes. So that to me is relaxing. I know most people hate painting. I actually love painting. It's like
I love painting too. It's the prep work that I wish I could just paint and then throw everything away.
Yeah, I'm really bad. I don't like to paint. I kind of just hand it, hope for the best.
That works out perfect, but no, it's very therapeutic. It's very therapeutic.
I like it. It's quiet. I put my music on, so I listen to my music, I have my water. Nobody bugs me because they don't want to have to be asked to help.
No, I think that's really good. And going back to the meditation one, which I said I'm not good at, and I don't make an effort to even try, I would say my drive time, my windshield time is my meditation time. I have amazing thoughts, ideas in the car, especially on my long drives. So
yeah,
I'm going to say that's my meditation.
I don't hardly drive since I work from home, so I guess I need to just like get in the car without anybody.
Yeah, peace out, kids. I'm out of here. Mom's gonna go meditate.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, well, let's see.
What have you done to your children?
I haven't done anything to them. So I don't want to say mom did, but I get more proud mom moments. We won't make this about me effing up my kids. We'll make this about me raising good kids. So I don't even remember how long back it was that we talked about when my daughter first started working and she got her first job. Well, now this is my little guy in the blue shirt. He is washing dishes at a Gambino's that just opened in our town. And so this is our long distance cousin, Braxton. So yeah, the two of them, they're in 8th grade. They go after school and they wash dishes till 7 o'clock because that's as long as they can work because they're so young. But every day he comes home and he tells me, Mom, I've worked this many hours and based on my hourly wage, I should have this. What do you think they'll take out for taxes? Like he is all about it because all he can think of is how much money he's going to have to go buy all the really expensive things that he's always asking me for.
I love that. That makes me so happy. You should be very proud because I have to tell you, like, dishwashing is not fun. Not when, it's different when you're dishwashing at your home, but you're now washing like other people's dishes and food. Good job, Maddox.
He likes it. It's fun to him too. His buddies with him, like they work together. His older sister, the other one, drives him there after school. So it's great. I love it.
That's so cool.
And then my other thing that I'm doing, I guess, proud moment. So, my daughter she's a junior this year. We will be going on our first college exploration trip here soon. So by the time this airs, we'll have already gone. But yeah, I'm taking her on a college visit on Friday and we'll see how that goes.
Whoa. Is she excited? Is she nervous?
I don't know. It'll be with me, so the school doesn't take them, unfortunately. I wish that there was like a group of kids. So it's a little jaunt. It's about 4 hours away, so it's just in the school. So we'll be leaving early. We're touring the behavioral science facility. She's kind of interested in psychology. She thinks. I'm trying to get her to go more into like business or marketing with like a psychology minor instead of a major, because I think it's a lot of school, and I don't think she'd actually want to be a psychiatrist. So, but it's good to eliminate possibilities. So, sky's the limit now. She has so many interests, so I'm just trying to help her rein it in. So I'm like, if we have to go to all these different facilities, I don't care. I'd rather you get a better sense of what you want, so you don't start going to school for something and then waste a bunch of time and energy and money.
Right, because you hear it all the time. I mean, even my son went this way, and I was going this way, and it's totally fine because you want them to do what they want. But I think like when I was in school, it just changed. I felt like there was more direction. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought there was more like influence. Like you had career day. Yeah.
Oh, well, they do throughout school. Again, she's only a junior, so they do. If there's kids that are going to like more of a technical aspect, they try to get them into like shop classes for welding, or sometimes they can do like a work program if they're a senior and they have enough credits and they can go work with the builder or something like that. So they try to do those for like technical. But if you're going to do something professional, a lot of the times it comes down to, like, now she's taking 2 college classes as a junior. So she's getting college credit because there's not teachers in our school district to teach that because we're smaller. So by next year, she only really has to go to school like 3 hours for next year because she'll have all of her high school credits basically. So she college credits just doing it online through and doing it at the school, which again will save you money because you don't pay as much when they're a high school student when they're going to college. So like explore all these classes that are going to be early anyways. They're going to cost less now, and then you can kind of dabble in different things before you commit.
So good.
That's where we are.
You should be proud. Both you're like so good. College visits, and Maddox is making bank.
He's making big money, man. I can't wait till he gets his first paycheck. He's gonna be, I don't know if he's gonna be super excited or sad to see how much taxes he has to pay.
He should be able to get it all back. He should be able to get it all back, I hope. At the end of the year. But you maybe should take a picture of his first paycheck because that's kind of cute.
That's a good idea. We should do that. Okay, so Lori, unsung hero. Okay, so for this week, I mentioned that I had attended LDW, so I want to give a shout out for the unsung heroes of or at PPAI. There's so much work that goes into putting this event on. Besides getting the panels lined up and the speakers lined up and making all the hotel reservations, and just there's a lot that goes into putting on an event. I think about when you have a house party, how much work goes in. Think about doing that for 100. What are there? 23 regionals. So
I think
more, 3 to 4 people. So you're looking at a pretty large group of individuals. So shout out to all the back end office staff that came in, drove in, came to the event, made sure everybody looked good, sounded good, and got really good education. So thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Lori, binge.
Well,
spilling.
I guess it is. I guess it's a binge. So last weekend, I held a CCW class in my living room. So that, if for those of you that don't know, it's a concealed to carry weapon class. I'm all about if you're going to carry or even own a gun, that you're responsible, 100%. So there were 7 of us. Trainer came to the house, and we had 4 hours of training. I have to still go to the sheriff's department and get my fingerprints done that are sent to the FBI. Now that will be really telling, Amelia, if I pass the FBI test, or background, I should say. But again, it's just being responsible. I drive so much, and oftentimes my drive is in the middle of nowhere, absolutely nowhere. So going to be safe. There's 36 states that I can actually carry my gun in, California not being one of them. or New York. Both coasts I can't. But that was something that I was super excited about. I was able to pull it together. There was actually more people that wanted to make it. I just really ran out of room. So
that's interesting. So in the state of Kansas, you don't have to have a license anymore. It's just you can carry. It's like freaking, I guess Texas or Florida now here in Kansas. You can just carry a weapon. You don't have to get a license or go to the class anymore.
Same here with Arizona. It's open to carry. So I can have my gun on me. I can have it hiking. But to conceal to carry, I can have it in truly concealed on me in my handbag and go into establishments. I can also take it to other states. Okay. So Kansas is a state that acknowledges the Arizona concealed to carry. So I could take it into Kansas. I would have to abide by your laws, whatever those look like. But I could.
Okay. So do you have to have that little license that say if you go to a different state, you have to have that with you to show?
Yeah. So I'll keep you posted. And again, it's no problem, open to carry. And that's the same with Kansas. Like you'll see especially where I'm at, cowboys everywhere. And there's ranchers. Sometimes you'll see two. They'll have one on their hip and they'll have one like strapped around their leg. And they're dealing with, we've got javelinas here, which are mean. They'll attack you. They'll attack your dog. So it's just, it's not necessarily for people, right? And you would only pull your gun out if you really thought your life was in danger. But just even by having it, people don't mess with you. I've been messed with on the trails during day.
Yeah. Well,
Cool.
I have protection in my house, but I don't carry it. But I do have a friend who is a government, and she goes to the state capitol a lot when they're in session. And with all the crazy stuff, she carries a weapon on her.
Yeah.
Either on her side or in her bag. They lots of them carry in the Capitol, and they've had some threats even, and they keep weapons at their home close by because government is not for the faint of heart, man.
No. And so like even with my concealed to carry, I can have a lockbox that I can open with a fingerprint in my car.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was pulled over, I would let the officer know. It actually, my concealed to carry card would go on top of my driver's license. Like he would know immediately that I've got a firearm in my car. And I think they also can pull it up really because it's tied to your license as well. So if I got pulled over, he would be able to, when he pulled my license, if I didn't share that, he would still be able to, and it wouldn't look good if I didn't divulge that.
Yeah.
No, I get it. Yeah. I know there's pros and cons out there, people. I'm just telling you, I'm being a responsible firearm owner.
I love it. Well, I don't have anything that I'm good, but I did watch a really good movie this week.
Tell me. I want to hear it. I love it because there's so much out. I also want to ask you if you have seen the Taylor Swift movie.
So not the new one that was just released. I've not seen that. It's out at the theaters, but the one I talked about last time, I put it in the comments, what the show was called. I think it was called Miss America, and it was Taylor Swift over a few years span.
Yes.
But I've really been into all of these like drug company movies. Have you seen like, the opioid epidemic? And there's most of them are based on true stories, but I've been watching a lot of those. So there was a new one that just dropped. It's called Painkiller Pusher, and it has Emily Blunt. It's actually produced by her. Chris Evans, who is Captain America. And I can't remember Andy Garcia. Those are the 3 stars that people would recognize them off. So I was like, this is cool. But it's based on a true story, a drug company. They were starting to fail. One of the guys that's hired up finds this girl, brings her on. She has no qualifications. She didn't finish high school, but she was very smart. And she takes the company to the next level. But then it's all about get the doctor to write the script, you get a commission. So everything was, these salespeople were getting paid astronomical sums of money to talk doctors into writing the script. And then it went from writing it for like what it was actually designed for, cancer patients, to writing it for headaches, for sports injuries. And it was an opioid that people got addicted to, and they were overdosing, dying, teeth were falling out. But Yeah, it's crazy to
That's
watch. So many movies right now.
great, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it's super scary.
There are probably 2 different movies on Netflix right now about drug companies, and where they are and what happened to them, and how doctors got kickback for writing these scripts.
Yes.
Like, yeah, they were naming terms basically. Like, they would say, "I want 25% for blah blah blah." Yeah, just everyone was getting rich, and there was just more addicts, and they're
So it's so sad. It really is. It's sad. Can I piggyback on that for a second, Amelia? I know it's late airing, but Matthew Perry from Friends, he passed away yesterday, Saturday, and I used to work with him at Nike. We worked on Friends. Friends was a Nike series, and played tennis with his mom up in Ojai. And they said it was drowning. I should say I hope it's drowning. I hope it wasn't the demons because he fought. He spent over $9 million in rehab and recovery, and it was a constant struggle for him. But when you were talking about those Netflix movies, it's so true. It's so real, and people die daily from these drugs.
Addiction started from, I think it was a jet ski accident, and he got prescribed narcotics.
Yeah.
Read an article that said he didn't even remember like 3 years of taping Friends because he was so drugged out. And if you go back and watch, you'll see his body change substantially. Like, his skin bloated, and it was all about what he was doing at that time. Yeah, it's really sad. He was only 54.
Yeah, it's very, very sad. But I wanted to share that. So I have not. We're in a little group, a tennis group, Facebook page. I haven't seen anything yet. I'm sure the family is just beside themselves. So.
Well, I didn't realize that he grew up in Canada, like when he was younger, I should say, and he went to school with the I don't know if he's still the Prime Minister of Canada, Trudeau.
Yes,
they went to school together, and his mom was Trudeau's dad's secretary when he was Prime Minister. And then the other thing that freaking blew my mind is his stepdad is Keith Morrison, who does like those 48-hour mystery shows that voices those. I didn't know that. I was like, that's his stepdad? I watch those shows all the time. That's so crazy.
It's crazy. It's definitely a loss, and just so sad for the family. But I know. Sorry to leave you on that note, but it tied into what you were talking about because, again, I'm sure an autopsy will be done, and they say drowning. And again, I was going to say I hope that I should say hope, but it'd be so sad if it was drugs.
Yeah. Well, we're going to cross our fingers that it's not. And we're going to end it there today because we have talked our little tushies off and your ears off, and we're running out of time. So we're going to wrap her up there. So be sure to comment, everybody, with your guilty pleasures, your recent binges. Don't forget to nominate an unsung promo hero, and then tune in again on Friday, November the 24th, which happens to be Friday after Thanksgiving, after a day full of family funds and fun and friends and a belly full of turkey. You might need a good giggle. So tune in again. We'll try to entertain you.
I love it.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.